everyone, let's master a new grammar point. Let's look at today's key sentence. I go to the beach very often. Okay, let's break this down. Today's skill is expressing the frequency someone does something. To do this, we can use a degree adverb and a frequency adverb together. For example, very and often becomes very often. When we want to show 0% frequency, we can say absolutely, certainly, or definitely, followed by never. For example, I absolutely never do my homework. When we want to show a slightly higher percentage, maybe like 5%, we can say almost, pretty much, basically, virtually, and never. For example, I almost never eat Korean food. When we want to show about 10%, 20%, we can use not very or not all that with often, frequently, or regularly. For example, I don't go to Shinjuku all that frequently. When we want to move to a higher percentage, maybe like 60 to 80%, we can use fairly, quite, rather, or pretty with often, frequently, and regularly. For example, I quite frequently eat this. I pretty regularly go there. I fairly often teach English. When we want to show a higher frequency, we can use very, and then the same frequency adverbs, often, frequently, regularly. I very often go to the beach. He very regularly cooks dinner. When we want to go higher again, we can use almost, pretty much, basically, or virtually with always. This sounds like 95%, 99%. I almost always arrive at work on time. He pretty much always cleans the house on Saturday. She virtually always watches that show. When we want to show 100% frequency, we can use absolutely, certainly, or definitely with always. For example, I absolutely always watch this YouTube channel. Let's have a look at the structure. We use a subject and a verb. For example, I go to the beach. Then we use our degree adverb, very, followed by our frequency adverb, often. So this becomes, I go to the beach very often. We can also use be. For example, he is quite often angry. So we start with a subject and be, he is. Then we use our degree adverb and our frequency adverb, quite often. Then we finish with an adjective, a noun, a preposition, present participle, a past participle. For example, angry. This becomes, he is quite often angry. Let's look at some examples. Please listen and repeat after me. He is almost always happy. She pretty much never works overtime. My boss quite often works on weekends. She quite frequently studied Spanish. She pretty much always has lunch at 12. He is very often late to work. Thank you very much for watching today's grammar lesson. If you would like to practice the grammar, please leave an example sentence in the comments. Also, if today's lesson was helpful to you, please consider liking and subscribing. Bye.